Yo guys, it is your boy HOTSHOT here, and today we are doing some online scheduled events. Now, I like what they've done with this, with the terms of the way they've done the racing. So basically we've got our drivers in here, and basically how it goes is the races are timed throughout real time, so there might be a race that will start at 9:30 or 10 or whatever like that. And then you'll go in, you'll qualify, you'll do your time, and then eventually when the time runs out, you'll get put into the race. So on this race, I got qualified into 7th place with loads of other drivers on the track. Now this guy in the Ford GT was a bit everywhere, but this guy in the Mitsubishi, he had very, very good speed and control. The Mitsubishi is a very good car to use. I was using the Toyota GT, which was very good for this car because I was qualifying in the Ford GT that's quite everywhere, but I chose to change it instead because it was quite a heavy car. You can see that everyone's going sort of wide, and you know, people were sort of like hitting each other and stuff, so it was kind of a hard one to try and get at the front of the pack. You know, I feel they've done like a copy of Gran Turismo with the aspect of you get your rating for how you drive. So like you start from a random number and then you can work your way up to like 42. You do more races, it might work up to 43, 44, 45, so on. And then your safety rating, I think most people start off with like a C or an E. I'm currently on B right now. So I guess it's going to match you in with players at your similar driving rating like Gran Turismo as well. So I like that aspect of how they've done that in this game with the race. So we're currently in 4th with 14 laps, because compared to the quick matches that you get compared to the schedule events, there's obviously more. There's more laps involved with the scheduled events there is with the quick events. With the scheduled events, they're longer, but with the quick match events, they're only like 3 laps, 3, 2, maybe 4, depending on the lap you're doing. And it was a pretty good battle in this race, considering that some of the cars are slowing us down in the front here, and then it was a battle between me and the Mitsubishi, and especially with the GT, the Nissan GT-R 34, because it was going very wide. It was going very wide in the corners, and I didn't mean to go into the corner that fast. I think he knew that I didn't mean it intentionally. I did go pretty fast into that corner, and with it being the arcade sim. No, with it being arcade, not sim. If that was sim, we probably would have got smashed straight off track. So, but the GT, Toyota was a good car to use. Quite a little bit heavy back end had a bit of intention of wanting to spin out, but I like that. You know, a bit of drift involved there. As we've got another driver behind us as well, and the good thing is as well is when you do the schedule events and you're working on your qualifying time, you also get XP for doing that as well. And another thing as well is if you have, with the schedule events, if you have a car you bought from your career mode and upgraded and stuff, you can use that in your schedule events. If you don't have one, you can use a loan car. So it just be set to whatever the default class of what the car is, instead of your specific vehicle. So, excuse me. So we're currently on the 4th lap, carrying it on in 3rd position. Getting 7 out of 6 perfect corners. We have 100% of the outline on the track, so we're doing good in that aspect. And we just need to try and catch up to the two guys in front, which they did a bit of battle, which got me the opportunity to catch up a little bit because they were pushing away on me slightly, and them two tight sections that we've literally just gone past. They're quite tight, they are. But it was it was a good track, good post, and yeah, a few like we have 8 drivers in total in this race. I think you could have 20, just depending on, I guess, the lobby loading up, or the people that are in your class that are, you know, doing whatever they're supposed to be doing. So we're near enough halfway through the whole race, as we come around to the first corner again, and you can see that the GT, the Nissan GT-R 34 is pulling away slightly from the Mitsubishi, but once he was out, he was gone. I might even do my Mitsubishi up or buy another one, because my Mitsubishi is probably on road E. But I've raced the race spec of that one. I think it was like GT, maybe I don't know which GT one. It was a race spec one. It was actually pretty good. So I'm just hoping I could buy another one and keep the Mitsubishi in my road E class, because that's pretty good, and then probably have one for this track, which would be pretty good for that. So currently on lap 6 now. We've got a good gap behind us. We're just trying to obviously gain speed to catch up to the guys out in the front, which would be pretty cool. As it looks like the R34 got a penalty there for maybe going a bit too wide. The penalties are a bit finicky with me. It's a bit, I don't think it's all that fair with penalties sometimes, but I guess you could say, well, it's not sim, but still I think they're a bit harsh with penalties, and I think they need to do something about that. So as you can see here now, the Mitsubishi has just overtaken the R34, and it's a battle for them against first and second place. As we're just watching, we're just going to watch them, try and catch up obviously, but watch them go for that battle as they take up their positions to you know, gain entry into the race, to see if we can catch up to these guys and do what we're going to do. So as we're on the 7th lap now, there's a bit of contact between the Mitsubishi and the R34 as they're giving it a little tap, and the R34 gets a penalty, which gets us the opportunity to hit second. Now this was quite crucial because at first I didn't really know the R34's lines when he was going around, but then I noticed his car would always go wide every time we go around the corner. So basically I thought to myself, I was like, I ain't going to be able to catch the Mitsubishi, he's gone. So I basically went in for the defensive, stayed in tight on the R34, because I noticed that he would always, like, as he would come into the turn quick, he would always go wide coming out. So I basically kept that pretty much as going through the whole race to try and keep it in front, because he was up behind me for quite a bit throughout the race. And then eventually once that Mitsubishi was out in front, I knew straight away. I was like, once that Mitsubishi knew he was out front, he was gone. So it was all about keeping the defensive of keeping second place, especially that nice entry into the drift there, going around that corner. But we did catch up to him a little bit as we were going around the corner there, considering that we have all assists turned off except for ABS. Yeah, I like ABS on. Maybe some people might not, but yeah. So the R34 has managed to take us back over. So we're fighting for that second position. There's 8 laps that we've done. We've only got a couple left to go. So we're just trying to, you know, fight with the car a little bit. We were fighting with the car a little bit, but I would have. Like I said before, I'm glad that I picked the Toyota GT rather than the Ford GT. I think the Ford GT would have been a mistake. It just didn't feel right to me in my qualifier to go for the Ford GT. especially after seeing the race at the beginning when that Ford GT was absolutely everywhere, and you can just see how the R34 is going really wide every time, which, you know, we're trying to gain the entry into the corner fast and try and gain entry out of the corner as quickly as possible inside the race. As we slightly catch up to the R34. It was a good race. This was a very fun race. Catching up to the trying to keep that second position if we can get it. So as the R34 goes around this corner, we take it in nice and tight, and the game decides to give the R34 a penalty right there as he was going slightly wide out of the track on the right hand side of me, which was pretty mental. So it gave us the opportunity to gain second place again, and this is where I thought to myself, I should probably keep the inside now, stay defensive, we ain't gonna get first place. So I thought, you know, like I said before, stay on the defensive, stay on the inside, because I noticed that the R34 had a slight issue always going out of the turn really wide. So that I thought, you know, I initially thought it throughout before the end of the race, because he was keeping up to us pretty well. It was clear that he had slightly more entry into the corners faster than what I did. So I thought, you know what, I need to stay on the defensive, keep it on the inside into the entry of the race. So we're on the 13th lap now, and we're still currently in second position, keeping it going as we're going through, so keeping it consistent. Slightly a bit slow on that first turn, going a bit wide. Same with the R34, as you can see on the back window there, going a bit wide as well. And yeah, I've noticed that the Mitsubishi is pretty much gone. We were overlapping a few drivers as we were getting near the end of the race as well. So that's another good thing. When you start to overtake other drivers, they get ghosted. As far as I'm aware, they get ghosted in scheduled events, but I don't know about quick play events. So it doesn't cause the guy that's being overlapped to deliberately hit you, deliberately crash you, or, you know, just be, you know, it doesn't mess up your race. So that's good. So, you know, like, obviously when you approach them it doesn't show the ghost, but as you get closer it does ghost, so it sort of goes from like looking normal and then goes into a see-through pattern. And also on your mini-map it shows a blue indicator dot, so the blue dots will show you that they're overlapping people, and the grey dots are either people that are behind you, or if there's a driver that's in front of you that you are currently trying to overtake to gain the position. So this guy has gone ghosted. He's ghosted still, ghosted, so we can go through, do what we got to do in order to progress to the end of the race. So that's good on that point. Like I said, with the ghosting, which is pretty good. And I really liked multiplayer. I've probably enjoyed the multiplayer more than sort of the career mode. The career mode was good. Obviously, it's just the bugs and whatnot and stuff that's sort of disappointing. A few of the time trials and whatnot have been a little bit, you know, I don't really like the free average lap time trials, but that's about it. But I like what they've done with multiplayer. That's really good. So we gained second position, so we gained second place, as you can see there. Managed to get in the podium position and get ready for the next race that is going to be coming up. Plus, this is what your schedule events look like. So, next schedule race event with the LD90 I was using, and we managed to get into the 4th position of the qualifier. So that's good, out of our other drivers that are on track right now on the starting grid. So this is going to be a very interesting race. So here we go, the countdown's about to begin and we are off. Now we didn't do a very good start. We misinterpreted gears there, which cost us one, but no, more than one, 2, 3, a couple of places. Now, I got used to this car after a couple of laps, and obviously I'm stuck in the crowd. We were in 4th, dropped back to 7th, but there was a few people going a bit too fast around the corners, so it gained us entry to gain a few places to get our spot back on the grid. On this race as well, there is 14 laps on this race as well, same from the other track. And this was quite a fun race. I actually sort of enjoyed this race, even though this track has some tight corners, considering how heavy this car was sort of to turn, and going over these going through that little chicane bit right there. And there was a few battle from these guys, a few contact from 3 cars there. Matey getting sandwiched in the middle. Matey's gone off the track slightly on my left hand side, which has gained us 3rd position on the entry there. And now we're just drafting off the press out in front, just trying to gain another place through this tight corner, which we're still in 3rd right now, which is the other mate has managed to catch up. We've lost a position in 4th. Can we gain our entries back? This guy's gone a bit. Oh no, he's kept it. No, but he's going a bit wide. And we managed to catch these guys up pretty good as we were coming into the turns. So we managed to get that little slide motion in to catch up to these boys right up his back end there. We need to try and gain another position. Just breaking it out there as he went into the inside there. I don't want to cause any accidents for me or the guy in front, so I'll follow back off. 2 of them have gone lawnmowering there, which has gave him a penalty. I'm not sure if the guy behind, so we managed to gain 2nd position from those 2 guys going in for the lawnmower to cut some grass. So we're on the 3rd lap of 14, and we're in 2nd place. These boys are not far behind us, coming around the tie-ass corner. Right behind this guy, trying to, basically trying to gain that 1st position, just, to get out there, try and get that speed going. Otherwise, he's going to slow us down, and obviously maybe I can catch up. So we obviously need to gain that position to get out in front, and obviously not allow the 2 guys behind us gain entry into the race to gain my place. So on that aspect, so going a bit tight on there, hitting the corners here nicely. So should get into 2nd position as we come around to the final corner to go into lap 4 race. So here we go down into the straight now, hitting for 4th lap now. So we're in the middle of lap 4 on here now, and we're approaching the straight, coming into the 2 tight corners as we're coming up to the front here, like a little chicane bit. And for some reason, I got a penalty for cutting that, when I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have put that down as a penalty, but it's lost us a position, unfortunately. Which kind of was annoying. It was very annoying. I didn't think I was going to get the penalty for that. That disappointed me a little bit. We were in 2nd. We lost our place, which is bringing us back to 3rd position. So we have to fight. Try and fight for 2nd again now. And 4th is literally right behind us. So we don't want to lose that place, as well as the 3rd place we lost due to a stupid penalty, which was quite annoying. So yeah, so we're not getting far from the end of the 5th lap now. so we're getting there. So pretty much for most of the race we were in third position anyway, but we managed to catch up as the race was getting on. We managed to catch up to second, but do you think we'll be able to get the overtake for second, do you think? So yeah, like I said, it was a good race. It was a good car, but it was very tight going around corners. It was just a shame that we got hit with that penalty, which lost us the place to go into third. But overall, it was a good race, good long race. But near enough felt like an endurance to me. These 40 laps, you know, I mean, they feel like endurance to me sometimes. But no pits, no tyre wear, no nothing, just straight drag. So we were pretty close to catching up to him, but unfortunately not enough to gain second place as we come around the last corner, the last straight, to get us into a whopping podium third position finish. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, notifications, and yeah, peace out, guys.